Are you dating someone less attractive than you? Worried the relationship might not work out? Despite what you might think, there are quite a few hidden benefits of dating someone with a different level of physical attractiveness. In this video, we're going to go over 8 important things you need to know about dating someone less attractive than you. Let's go. Number 1. It's not unusual. We've all seen it before. An ugly man or woman being cute and cuddly with a subjectively more attractive person. You can't help but wonder to yourself, how in the hell did that guy or girl manage to get him or her? But we've all seen this before because relationships with different levels of attractiveness are fairly common in our society. A study published last year in the journal Psychological Science offered a fascinating explanation for how couples of mixed attractiveness arise. The study found that those who were friends before dating were more likely to be rated at different attractiveness levels. While the majority of couples had a similar level of attractiveness, the longer a couple knew each other before dating, the more likely they were to be at a different level of attractiveness. The researchers' conclusions suggested that people who get to know each other first, perhaps by being friends of friends or studying at the same school, learn unique information about other characteristics that may influence someone's attractiveness. In other words, they find desirable aspects of their partner that perhaps an outsider would not see. The bottom line is this: there is a lot more to attractiveness than looks. And this is why relationships with different levels of physical attractiveness work. Number 2. Relationships with different levels of attractiveness are more likely to be successful. I'm guessing that if you're reading this article, then you might be dating someone with a different level of attractiveness to you, and you're having doubts if the relationship can really work. But here's what you need to know. As I mentioned above, there are plenty of examples of successful relationships with very different levels of attractiveness. In fact, a study published in the journal Psychological Science proves it. This study found that levels of attractiveness mean less than most people think when it comes to the quality of a relationship. After studying 167 couples, they found that attractiveness was not in any way related to relationship satisfaction. In fact, another study from Florida State University found that relationships are more likely to be successful when the woman is better looking than the man. Why? It was concluded that in relationships where the man was less attractive, he was likely to compensate with acts of kindness like presents, sexual favours, or extra housework. This made the woman feel more appreciated, which strengthened the relationship. Number 3. Beauty fades but personality lasts. Even the most beautiful men and women eventually get old. Hair falls out, wrinkles overcome smooth skin, and rock-hard abs slowly find themselves filled out with chubby muffin tops. People who marry pretty faces and beautiful bodies tend to find themselves bored out of their minds years down the line. So don't worry if you or your partner is not the best looking person, because at the end of the day, personality counts 1,000 times more than beauty or lack thereof. The great thing about not being able to breeze through life on good looks is that it forces a person to develop a unique personality and charm. Number 4. Find what makes your partner beautiful on the inside. If your partner isn't as beautiful as you on the outside, fair enough. But that doesn't mean there's nothing amazing about them on the inside. If you can't look at them and be proud of the physical appearance looking back at you, then it's up to you to find the stuff below the surface that you can be proud of. So ask yourself, what do you love about them, or what could you love about them if you worked on it? Are they kind, authentic, strong-willed? Are they courageous, righteous, and honourable? Do they improve the lives of those around them? Do they have talents and skills that other people don't have? What makes them beautiful, even more beautiful than people who have great looks? Number 5. Good-looking people are more likely to be players. Do you really want to be on a date with someone who darts their eyes whenever an attractive person walks by? Do you really want to be with someone who talks a good game but is non-committal and confusing? Do you really want to be with someone who doesn't make you feel special? Because that's what you're more likely to get if you date a player. After all, a person who is more attractive tends to have more options. Don't just take my word for it. Social psychologists at Harvard found that good-looking people are more likely to struggle with long-term relationships. Why? According to them, attractiveness gives you more options in terms of relationship alternatives, which might make it harder to protect the relationship from outside threats. In this sense, having too many other choices is likely not beneficial for the relationship longevity. As a consequence, a good-looking person might be less likely to treat you like their one and only. But if you're with a person who is less attractive than you, then they're more likely to make you feel special because they can't get someone as attractive as you. A less attractive person will be excited to see you, they'll plan your dates, no late night booty calls, and they'll try their best to be consistently fun and romantic. Number 6, they might stay around longer. Cheating is fairly common in long-term relationships. According to research published in Psych Central, over the course of your entire relationship, the chances of infidelity may rise to as much as 25%. That's a pretty big number. But if your partner is less attractive than you, then they may have fewer options to cheat on you. In fact, men with testosterone are rated as much more handsome than other men on average, and men with testosterone are 38% more likely to cheat. It all makes sense. The fewer options you have, the less likely you are to cheat. Furthermore, if your partner is less attractive than you, then they're more likely to be content with your physical beauty, so they're less likely to ever consider cheating. So it stands to reason that you will likely feel safe and secure if you date someone less attractive than you. What dating someone less attractive will make you realise is that there is much more to a relationship than physical attractiveness. And for long-term relationship, an emotional and intellectual connection is something that you just can't go past. Remember this, everyone eventually loses their beauty. If you want a stable, stimulating relationship intellectually and emotionally, then you might be more likely to get it from a less attractive person than you.